Woo, rabbit game. Mm. My mic's cord is in a weird spot. All right, delete this Harry bot message. Okay. There we go. Don't need that. Ah. But yeah, back to doing more rabbit and steel. Yippee. Yay. Yep, and I need to fix her foot. I adjusted this slightly last night on off stream. I need to make sure that's good. Yep. No URL is hidden and everything. And maybe make the lines on their foot a little bit bigger, thicker. Not bigger, just thicker. And then I gotta go in and do color. The color should be easy enough. Base color should be easy enough. Oh yeah, music playing? Yeah, it's playing. Okay, cool. Maybe move this down? Okay, no. Yes, but no. Move. Not that. Move this one down, I think. Sure. Nothing on that, or I did. I think it looks better. Any other? Just angle. Thinking lines. Okay. Those are the only real notes I had. Maybe adjust the thickness of the lines on another foot too. Just a little. I think this toe needs to be over a smidge. Like just a little. Well, maybe move the pinky toe down just a little. Okay. I don't like feet. Nah, I actually don't like how that looked. Yeah, I think it looks better. Okay. Well, sorry. Oh, I should get rid of that. All right. Unfortunately, I have to. Well, let's maybe do a base color layer for now. There's be something bright and obnoxious so I can see. Oh, I don't know how to fill. that, I guess. Gotta look so out of place for the rest of the canvas, but it'll make sense. It'll make sense. Don't worry. Hey, Storm. What's up? Hope you're doing well today. I actually need to go in and fix a bit of this like line weight stuff. I can see like gaps and stuff, which is kind of annoying me a little. Well, other than that, great. Same, I guess. I'm all right. Can't complain, I suppose. Yeah, see, I don't have my like normal methodology for filling in like this. So I have to do it manually like this, which I don't like. I'll do it. Got no choice but to do it. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it like this. It's very green. But it's okay. It'll make sense in the end. Go, gorilla. Go, gorilla. Doing this so I can color later with reckless abandon, right? That's the plan, anyways. Oh shit. Okay. Do not do that. Do not do that. Whoopsie. Hee hee. Yep. Do not use the paint bucket. Go, gorilla. Is there a magic wand tool? I don't know. That's lasso selection, you know. That's horn, crop, eyedropper, blend, liquefy, paint bucket, lasso brush. Oh. Oh, I've never used lasso brush before. That's cool. I think I've seen people use this before. I've never personally used it before, but this is cool. Easier than the alternative. Unless I like royally mess it up like that. What's the keybind for it? Shift L? Yeah, that ain't happening. Man, my lines look kind of like shit. Oh, they look fine, but now that I'm doing this, they look kind of bad. Ugh. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, the lasso paint tool is pretty cool, I guess, but I don't know. I don't have like any experience using it, so I'm just like, eh. The actual paint bucket fucking sucks. Even when it doesn't fill the entire canvas, it fucking sucks. It's very green for now. It will not be green forever. Shift L is Shift T a thing? Yes. Yes. Because T is my lasso. But yeah, I'm doing a very obnoxiously bright green for the time being because I need to be able to see. Then I'll put in the actual colors after. Now, the interesting thing about that is going to be, I can't do multiple layers really. There's basically going to be a one layer painting. The lines will be on their own layer, and then after that, it'll be lines on one layer, base colors on one layer, and then shading after. I'll probably end up doing multiply, merge down, screen, merge down, multiply again, merge down. Keep doing my same methodology, but I'll have to merge a lot. What's 100%? That's 100%. It looks good at 100. Well, 103. Yeah, it looks good at 100 though. Zoom in all the way. A little rough, but that's fine. Most people probably won't be zoomed in all the way. Some might. I am, but most won't. Most will see the art, be like, hey, look at that mouse, and then move on with their life. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. Definitely not black. I won't be able to see if it's all black. It'll cover the lines. It's almost filled in. Guess I should finish that arm. Yeah, I don't use magma a ton. Well, every existence, and I'm always willing to use it. People want to do drawing stuff together, but you know how it goes. See, normally that's what I do is do the lasso and then do a fill. Paint bucket doesn't work because it's fucking trash in this program. Not that I really use it much, even outside of this. I don't use it a ton, even in the clip. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I need to fuck with the lines more. But it's all good. All good in the hood. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some people that break the yeah, they break the 3-layer limit. Like this guy did, I think. I try to stick to it, especially since it imposes a small, like a neat little challenge. You know? I kind of complain a little bit about the 3-layer limit, but honestly, it gives a nice little challenge that I don't normally do. Because I use a ton of layers, so having to limit myself is a nice logistical change. Nothing I'll actually translate over into my normal technique and style or anything, but it's still cool. Cool to experiment. Try something different. And if other people don't follow the rule, that's fine. I'm not a moderator. I'm just a participant. Yeah, the line on her foot are kind of thin. I think that's fine. Okay, and then finish up a little bit of the tail, and then the base layer is finished. And I can move on to the actual colors. Normally this takes me a little less time doing this step, but that's fine. Okay, cool. And then I guess I have to merge that down, lock that, make a new layer, clip it down. Not merge down. It can. It should not. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is you won't be able to see, but I have the reference and stuff for her on my second monitor. I'm going to color pick, look at the actual like numerical value, and then put it into Magma proper and do that. It's a thing. It's a whole thing, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is the metal. This is the color her metal is. Okay, I need to stop blocking this later because I keep coming back to it. Blocking and unlocking it constantly is just kind of adding more annoyance, I guess. Okay, and then is her tail actually like a grayish color? Oh, I guess. Oh, sorry. Ow. Her sword is actually not normal, the normal like silver metal. It's more golden, which is actually nice because it'll add a pretty decent, nice bit of contrast over this bit. Ooh, my tum tum don't feel too great right now. I mean, maybe ate too much. I think. Oh, but don't feel amazing. It could feel better. Been so tired lately. You try to get to bed at a somewhat reasonable time tonight, as opposed to some a little more reasonable. Not necessarily a completely reasonable, but like slightly more reasonable, right? Because Sundays are the days I go out and make it the money. Sundays are the days I go out and make it the money. And then hopefully I can make some okay-ish money tomorrow. We'll see. But because I make it the money by driving, I don't want to be super tired because that is dangerous. Being really tired while driving is dangerous. I don't want to be in a danger. I think I'll go until I finish this today, regardless of how long it takes. I don't know how long it will take. So we'll see. And then I will contemplate doing a second one. Yeah, I'll contemplate doing a second drawing. We'll see. The event ends in like a week. You know, you get like a week, so. And then I need her metal greaves and stuff. I swear I color picked this. The color just looks so weird compared to the green. Like, it's fine. This is the actual color. All right, so I'm gonna slightly break the rules. Won't tell anybody, but I'm gonna do a fourth layer, and then do colors that are underneath this, and then I'm gonna merge this down and keep going doing that. Well, like, I'll do this. Probably do like the skin next or something. Okay. Then, yeah, I guess do the skin next. It's super light. This makes my life easier, you know. How am I merging it down and having one big light color layer? Yeah, I'll limit myself to 3, but temporarily I'm gonna break the rules. Only temporarily. I think. I think I might make the leather the same color as like the scabbard of her sword. Not the scabbard. The crossguard. Sorry, not. Doesn't have a scabbard. I don't think. All right, so I'm actually gonna color the entire face with the skin color. um, and when I go to do the eyes, I will do that above the skin color. Oh, come on, can you not? All right, cool. Then we do another one. I did the metal. Did that. I guess I can do her tail. That should be pretty easy. Right. Almost made a mistake. Almost made an oopsie. Oh no. Oh no. God. Okay. What did I? Did I color it all on that? Okay. That's fine. That is ultimately okay. This right here is ultimately okay. It's not that big of a deal. I will have to be careful with some things, but it's fine. I don't even know how I managed that, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Because normally I would have just hid the base layer, the base green layer after, but instead I'll just merge it down, right? I'll merge everything down onto that, and it won't make that big of a difference. Okay, so that's her tail. And then I guess the yellow? I guess? Oh yeah, there's like frills or whatever on her, on that. Okay, actually, yeah. Yeah, there's like frills here. Which I don't know. I kind of don't want to do. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I'll just leave it like that. Really not that big of a deal. Okay, yeah, I'll do the yellow. Whoops. Technically, these are frills. Or technically, yes, these are frills. I wasn't wrong with what I just said, but what I meant to say was technically this is yellow. And then I will do multiply and screen stuff, and then go in with like final over paints and colors, and good times all around, you know? Good times all around. I got a couple of pings. I think her hair is like a slightly different color. So I wouldn't want to use this one anyways. Do it individually anyways. My biggest issue really is just like the brushes. Boom, 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 bum, 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 boom, 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 boom. A lot of like little line bits that are bugging the shit out of me that you probably genuinely can't even see when zoomed out. You know, you probably can't even see it when zoomed out, but it's still bugging me all the same. Being sloppy there on purpose. Huh. Okay, I need to check something. Okay, that is the exact same color. What about this? Yes, okay. That is all the exact same color. So it'll be, I'm gonna make the leather this color just cause, but it'll be the last bit of her skirt, the handle of her sword, and the trim of the shield. Oh. Then the other part of the shield and the blade are gonna be like this like golden color that is basically the same as her actual outfit, but right. I guess it doesn't really matter what color I use here, huh? Where's my brush? I'm gonna die. I'm on too many bad days from the fucking floor. Fucking floor. Man, I definitely need to like fill it a bit. There we go. Green's nice, but there are only some things that come out when you start putting in the actual base color, so I had to merge it all down anyway, so I don't really care about doing only this. Yeah, then there's the gold of the shield and her blade, and then her hair. After that, basically they're in, which is nice because it's only like a very limited palette. Like what, 4 colors? You get the silver, you get the darker this, like the darker blackish, darker gray. Not quite black, so darker gray. You get the gold, and then her skin color, which you can kind of count. You also kind of don't need to count. It depends on just how you want to. You can like you can kind of lump her skin in with like the black or the gold of like the blade and everything. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Put that down. Make uh I don't know what I just did. I don't know what I just did, but it's fine. Take that. That. Oh, right. Um, I forgot I said I was gonna make the leather the same color as the inside of the shield. There's no real reason to make it anything different, you know? Okay, and then finish that again. Yeah, I'm not like huge on the shield. It's okay. And then need her hair, which oh yeah, and I need her to do the eyes too. Apparently, I missed a little bit of the skin up here. That's interesting. Not a big deal. And then merge that down. Okay. And then do the eyes. We take that, make it a darker color. And then her actual eye color is also like a yellowish. So, well, I could switch on that. Let me do that so I can see what I'm doing. I make that just a completely dark white, right? And then we make the rest of the sclera like that, I think. Not quite completely white, but close enough that it's not that big of a deal. Man, I'm tired. I don't know why. I've just been so tired recently. I think it's probably because of the heat, but I don't know. Hey, face colors are done. Her skin is kind of pale. Oh man. Mm. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Then basically everything here that isn't a neutral tone has like a tinge of yellow to it. Um, so even her skin. So I'll do like an orange multiply, I think. Yeah, that looks. No. That maybe lighter though. What this? Yeah, I guess. Kind of her skin that's a little bit eh. All right, let me try. What was that one brush I looked at that I'm like, yeah, might use that. No. I need something that blends. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't get like I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Just a little annoying. Round opacity. Yeah, see, it's not like applying anything. Let me look this up maybe. Okay. Um, I'll try that. Misconfig. And then go to services. Also, Logitech lamp array service. Sure. I don't want to restart my computer, so. All right, let's see if that's anything. No, not really. Okay, let me. Damn it. Yes, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it would fix itself after I restart my computer, but I don't want to restart my computer. I don't know, maybe go to my Helium thing and turn on. Yeah, I guess maybe enable Windows Ink. See how that works. Okay, seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, maybe not flow, but opacity, and then maybe 100%. Cool. Yeah, I normally keep Windows Ink disabled, right? What if I go? Shut up. No, not this one. Okay, maybe try different brushes then from that square. How's the square brush look? Oh, I kind of like the square brush. Kinda. I kind of like the square brush. Um, egg opacity maybe. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of experimenting because I never had like opacity with this before. I've always kind of had the bullshit stuff. Now the question is whether or not Windows Ink will fuck with me in like Clip Studio when I go back to doing that. Because obviously the magma thing is just a temporary thing. Although, fun fact, if you're working on a multiply layer, um, solid white basically acts as transparency. So if you apply it over, it'll functionally erase. It won't actually erase, but functionally erase. We do round opacity. I guess. I kind of like the egg more. I hate that I keep scrolling back up. Wide opacity? Dude, I can't believe League Classic is an actual thing. Oh my god, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm a League boomer, right? I've been playing this stupid fuck ass game since 2010. I have so much nostalgia for early League. Yeah, I think I might go egg. I kind of like the shape of egg. Nah, not that one. Nah. Egg opacity. I don't know where it went. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I have so much nostalgia for like early League of Legends. Look, all I want is to run my Katarina build where I build 3 cages lucky picks and roam with gold per 5 quints and roam the entire game. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? I gotta. Okay, I did a thing. 1 second. Oh, I gotta pee again. I only just started streaming an hour ago. I peed right before stream. Hate it here. I want to go home. Like, actually getting fucking opacity in this program is so nice. I'm not worried about the eyes. I'll deal with those in a bit. Yeah, I'm finally getting the program set up in a way that like I can stomach using it. I fixed one of my issues for last night. I fixed another issue today. It's not going to become my go-to program, right? Like, this will never beat Clip for me. But if I can make it more comfortable to use, I'm alright with that. I just don't want to feel like I'm fighting my tools. Even, like, if they don't need to be the best tools, a good artist is a good artist, regardless of the tools they actually use. But if it feels like you're fighting with your tools, it sucks. I actually need to make the... Oh, come on, really? Whatever. This doesn't matter. It's still white at the end of the day. Look all right. Obviously, I will have to push the contrast more eventually. Let's look at the other canvas, see what people are doing. Well, that's a really pretty Shira. I love that. That's really pretty. I love this ancient as well. I hope they finish it. Yuri! I like it. That's cute so far. And of course, I fucking love this piece. I love this so much. Tasha's cute too. And there's mine. Oopsie. I need to buy more fucking chapstick, dude. Even in the summer, my lips get super fucking chapped, and I hate it. Okay, I say chapstick. I don't actually get chapstick at Carmex because it works better. But I digress. The point is, I need more. I prefer the tubes as opposed to the sticks. Not because there's anything wrong with the sticks. It's just they cost the same amount, but you get like twice as much from the tube, right? So like, why buy the stick? I've been using stick recently because I got it as a stocking stuffer during Christmas. It lasted for a little while, but it's basically gone by now. Yeah, the flat worked really well. Can I delete it? No. Can I move these? Don't want egg opacity. Can I move these? Or maybe just like, how do you delete your own brushes, man? Okay, delete. Yes. Delete these because I don't care. I'll do egg opacity and flat. Because the flat worked really well. Okay, and but like, my issue is that this thing keeps scrolling back up. It doesn't stay where it is. So that egg, and that's flat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, flat worked really well for the metal. Yeah, I'm very curious about Classic League. Very curious. No idea what. Okay, I know, like, you get a general idea what they're gonna do with Classic League, but like, they haven't. It was kind of data mined, and then they quickly released their like teaser video for it. The teaser wasn't like quickly made or anything. It had production value behind it. I didn't actually watch it, but I know it had production value behind it. But they probably weren't planning on releasing it when they did, but the leak was entirely on them because it was all files that were on PBE. You know, people are going to go through PBE. They're going to data mine PBE. Riot knows this, and it's PBE, public, whatever. I think it's like public beta environment or something. So nobody's under an NDA. You know, nobody's under an NDA, so there's no reason not to report on your findings if you're a data miner. Say what you will about data miners. I think it's fair. But yeah, if you are a data miner, it's like, if you're not under an NDA, why not release your data? Or it's not your data, but the data you mined. So yeah, that fuck up's on Riot. So yeah, I think they weren't planning on showing the teaser as soon as they did. They were just, their hand was just kind of forced. But they still haven't like given us a ton of detail yet. They will, I'm sure, eventually. They kind of have to. And I'm excited, genuinely. I love early League. League between seasons 1 through 3 were my favorite times, for sure. Like, bar none. I'm not going to say League has gotten bad over time or anything per se. I'm not gonna say there weren't also other highlights. Other people probably have very nostalgic feelings towards like season 7 or season 8, maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember those. Anything past like season 3, it kind of all just falls on deaf ears for me. I just don't remember as much. You know, people will have nostalgia for anything during their certain times of life. I am nostalgic for early League because I was in high school. You know, I've been playing the game since 2010. I played the game throughout my entire high school life. Didn't play as much in my senior year because of life circumstance, but yeah, I played like a ton of League of Legends, for better or worse. You know, for better or worse. Fitting song. Maybe I think it's raining today. It's been raining a bit recently. Dun, 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 dun. I like that the Ravenous Seal community is like just big enough that you can have an event like this, but not so big that it becomes toxic, right? Everybody just wants to draw their cute anime animal girls. They want to draw their cute bunnies and their mice and their wolves and their dogs and their cats and their birds, right? I'm not like a big part of the community by any means, but I participate in these. It's fun. I enjoy it. I wonder if Mina's going to participate in this one too. If he does participate, like, that's another cool thing. The actual developer of the fucking game participates, right? Or at least he has before. I don't know if he's going to like this time, which is fine if not. The microwave's cool for setting it up, right? Unless there was one I wasn't invited to that I missed, which I don't think is the case. Um, there have been four. This is the fourth canvas. There's a third one I personally participated in because I didn't do the second. It's a good time. I'm having fun. I'm gonna have to push some colors, push the contrast. I think the music that's coming up, I don't really care. I don't really care to listen to that much. Oh, no, a lot of it's still pretty good. I'll move ahead a bit. Yeah, this is where my inexperience of drawing feet will come in. Because I don't like feet. God, I'm tired. Let me just go over this with the shading, and then I can adjust it after, right? This hand still needs some work. That's my home. And I shall never leave it. Okay, boys, what's the beef? 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Okay. Um, it might be getting to the point where I need to push the contrast. Just this base layer is not enough. Add some highlights, do more shadows, and then go from there, I guess. And make this one screen black, and then that might be a little too bright. Push it red, I think. Yeah, sure. That's fine. There's people home. I heard a door open and close. There are people home. Hello, people. You get an egg on this one, I think. You know, I bought yogurt the other day because I wanted some yogurt, but I haven't been eating the yogurt at all. I'll eat it eventually. I like yogurt. I like that yogurt. It's the Yoplait banana strawberry. Very good. Yep. I gotta go out and make it the money tomorrow. That's fun. Yeah, the screen definitely comes up a bit better on the darker parts. Kinda need like softer brush. I wonder if soft ink works. Maybe turn the opacity down. Hmm. Eh. 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 Nah. Let's see how. Climb. Still need some more work, but we're getting there. Trust the process and all that. Plus, it's never going to look nearly as good as like my actual stuff, just because the program itself is. I'm not able to replicate my exact techniques in Magma, right? And my techniques aren't like super weird or esoteric or anything. You just rely on specific brushes to get the effects that I need. Then after the multiply screen bits, I'll go in and do like normal cleaning up. I'll probably do the layer colors and then go in, do all that. I'll need to do fucking with the eyes and face and stuff, but I'll do that later. Ah, just wrong button. Push the wrong button. Maybe more. I like. A little closer. Let's see. Yeah, I think a big part of it is just I need to push the shadows, because my base shadow layer was not very dark. All right, let me go down, multiply. Let's see. That might be too dark. Nah. But then after this, I can always go in and adjust stuff more. Make me want to die. Make me wanna die. I'm checking something. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Christ, I'm tired. Honestly, the basic flat marker might be the play. I'm liking this. Nice texture. What the hell? Just happened. What about hard lips? Nah, not hard lips. I hate that this keeps moving. Nah. Buddy? Nah. Textured ink. No. Watery ink. No. Yeah, I go basic black. Well, about texture marker. Nah. Okay, texture marker definitely has its appeal. I can see it. I'll go with this one. Oh, I do need to set the opacity on though. This is just the grind, but this is honestly my favorite part. Just keep working it, building up slowly. Yeah, enabling Windows Ink at least like helped. And this is only day 2. There's going to be more art. I mean, hell, there's already a lot more art from the time I stopped streaming yesterday and now. A lot of pieces were finished. A lot of people joined in and worked on stuff. Yeah, I was never expecting this because I was told the last one was the last one. And it was last year, I think, for Rabbit and Steel's anniversary, which I can't believe it's been that long. That's crazy. Um, but it was really fun. I'm enjoying this one too. All right, I'm kind of getting bored with the music I'm listening to right now. Now let's go down just a bit. Yeah, I'm liking this brush with the opacity turned on, or pen pressure opacity turned on. I should specify. So saying that, I think this might genuinely be the exact same as the quote unquote flat opacity. So there isn't any real difference, but whatever. I still like it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but then after I push a contrast with this, I'm gonna work on the face a bit, and then go into overpaints probably. Well, color the lines and then go to overpaint. I think it's kind of obvious that I kind of have a painter background with my illustrations. I think it's obvious, but at the same time, it's me judging my own work, right? So I have a bias there. Boom, boom, boom. I love this song. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't even know why. My eyelids are so heavy, man. I want to finish this. I'm not even close to done. Even if I stop streaming to go stop drawing and stop stream, I wouldn't even go to bed. Maybe. I am kind of tired. I don't know. So, carry on from yesterday. Playing WoW. Still playing WoW. Hit level 43 on my rogue. Trying to figure out where I want to go / what I want to do exactly. I want to wait until 45 to start tackling the early 40s quest. I want to wait till late 40s to tackle the late. Yeah, like I want to wait a few levels. I want to try to keep my quest green, but I don't have a ton of green quests to do right now. I can do light yellow. I can fight mobs that are yellow to me, even mobs that are slightly higher level than me. But it's kind of stupid too. That's because they'll do more blah blah blah. They'll end up doing more damage. They'll end up taking longer to kill. I'll miss more on them. Really get slightly more experience, but not enough to make it worth it. And maybe I just need to find a spot to grind. I know it'll take a while to level that way, but I was farming the elementals out in Arathi yesterday a bit, and the day before for the crests because, make the money. But I have so many fire crests right now that I don't really want to farm those. And those are the only ones that kind of respawn fast enough to make it a consistent grind. If I go do any of the other elementals, like, eh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll stream my next hardcore character. I kind of like playing the rogue offline, but I don't know. I've been saying that if this rogue dies, I'm gonna play a shaman next. So the only time I've really played a shaman in classic was during SOD, and SOD is so different that I don't really count it, right? Like, I am looking forward to Classic Plus. That's gonna be a thing. There's no like ifs about that one. It's more so like when and what, but not if. My hopes for Classic Plus are not complete character overhauls, but a touch up on the weaker like classes, on the less good like talent trees, like adjust balance a bit, adjust enhancement shaman a bit. You know, stuff like that. Adjust Ret Paladin a bit. I actually don't even think the Retribution talent tree is that bad. I just think Ret in general is bad. Paladin's class philosophy, design philosophy in Classic is kind of just mediocre. Okay, its fantasy is really good, but its actual moment-to-moment gameplay is kind of meh. Now, I actually do really like Paladin. I see what they were going for, but yeah. I have been saying, if they do some of the SOD changes, like some of the like phase 1 SOD changes for shamans in Classic Plus, I'm gonna full send it into the main shaman the entire time. I think, okay, these are the few handful of things that they would need to do for me to want the main shaman. One, get rid of the 2-hand axe and mace and parry talents. Make them literally anything else. Genuinely, literally anything else. Right? And make those just baseline. Make those baseline into their kit that you just learn from a vendor, like literally every other class. 2, give them more support for tanking. Hell, maybe make a talent, change one of those talents so that like Urshok now taunts. Paladins have to wait till 20 to tank, so I think it's okay if Thomas kind of has to too, like reasonably, and even then you can still tank before the taunt. But yeah, maybe have a talent where it's like, yeah, Urshok taunts and you get like a defensive or something. I don't know. But help support shaman tanking. Make it more viable. You can do it, and it's pretty good even in the early levels. But it needs a taunt. I think Paladins do too. You know, I don't need them to like fundamentally redesign these characters. Just a couple of things to make them like more viable. So that's 2. So yeah, do that. Like maybe make Urshok taunt with like it doesn't have to baseline taunt. Just make it a talent even. Or something. Rework those couple of talents because they're really bad. Like they're really bad. And give us a way to like, if not recall totems, at least move them. Because the fact that once you place totems, they're just gone. They're done. Like you can only basically remove them if you place another totem, or it that kind of sucks. I don't think almost anybody would actually complain that much if shamans had like totemic projection or astral recall, or not astral recall, or like totemic recall or whatever, right? The ability to just like manipulate your totems slightly. I think if they do all of that, which I don't think is really all that reasonable. I don't think that's asking for much. I don't necessarily want dual wield. Storm Strike would be nice if it got a little better, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. But of course, if they don't do that, that's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. I just personally probably won't play Shaman, and I'm okay with that. I just like really really enjoyed phase 1 shaman. So having like some of those changes being more permanent into Classic Plus would be really fun. I really enjoy phase 2 shaman still, right? So I will say phase 2 shaman kind of started leaning a little more towards like a more retail, that started leaning a little bit more into a retail style of play, because Storm Strike got changed a bit. You had your dual wield, you had like your fucking flame tongue offhand with like flame shocker or some shit. You had like this weird totem that was unique, that was really cool, but I don't think fits Classic specifically. Sod, sure. Classic specifically, not quite. But yeah, I think phase 1 was a pretty good middle ground for a lot of classes, where it fixed a little bit of things for people. It added some future like tech, like dual wield shamans, but it still it felt what like a Classic Plus class design could feel like, to an extent. I don't think like mage healers or rogue tanks are ever going to be a thing outside of Sod. Not really. But yeah. Oh, it's really fun. But I'm enjoying hardcore. Playing a rogue. Really fun. Rogue is actually really strong. And I think their talent trees are okay. The only talent tree that really sucks is assassination. And it's not even that assassination sucks, it's that poison suck. And you are stonewalled hard at one point in assassination, where if you want to make it further down the tree, you have to take one of 2 poison talents that are really bad, or just kind of make suboptimal plays. And then its capstone is plus 10 energy, which it doesn't let you get another signature strike before a tick. You can't get 3 signatures with it. You're probably not going down into hemo. I don't think you even can. I don't think you even have the points to get hemo. So that's irrelevant. It just feels really underwhelming. Either they should change it or buff it. Change it to something else entirely different, or buff it slightly. But otherwise, like, I think assassination is kind of weak for the most part. It's still really strong. It's still rogue. Rogue is one of those classes that's like so strong that even at the weakest is still pretty good. But yeah. I don't want them to get rid of weapon skill. I want them to add more sources of reliable weapon skill gear throughout the experience, both leveling and cap. So that, if you're an orc or a human, you still get those inherent benefits. Edge matches can still be absolute premium bis or whatever. Sure. But giving more alternative options, especially like leather, so rogues and I guess really just it would be rogues, huh? Because hunters can use mail, shamans can use mail. But more options overall, so more classes can benefit, get easier time getting some. Not having access to edgies sucks, right? And I'm not saying that as like a rogue. I'm just saying in general, like if you need edge masters but you don't have edge masters, that kind of sucks. I think world buffs are fun in the open world. I think they're fun in the world. right? Specifically world buffs in the world. But raiding, like, don't necessarily get rid of world buffs, but disable them in raid, maybe. Okay, either disable them in raid or do what Sod did and give you an alternative way of accessing world buffs in game. So you don't need to worry about drops. You don't need to worry about going all over the place, get them, whatever, right? They basically just act as another consume. One or the other. I don't really care which, but I don't want world buffs to stay as they are in Era. I do think Sod had some really good ideas. Not all of them should be in a Classic Plus, sorry. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Right? Not all of them should be in Classic Plus. I don't think runes as a system should be. But, like, the ability to buy world buffs from a vendor, that's good. That's good. Dual spec is good. Not obviously to introduce dual spec, but I think it was like, I think Sod was the first time that we had dual spec in Classic specifically. Obviously, they added an anniversary and we have an Era. I would be fucking stunned if we don't have dual spec in Classic Plus. It's in Era now, right? Even Era isn't pure no changes anymore. Same with like the instant mailing between your own characters. Like these are the kind of, okay, dual spec is one of those things where it's like, yeah, some very hardcore Classic peers are like, no, fuck world buffs or fuck dual spec, right? But ultimately, most people are in support of it because let's say you play a healer or you play both PvP and PvE, you'd end up spending so much gold just swapping your specs back and forth. At least if you want to do like healing and tank or healing and DPS on a character, you know, you just spend the 50 gold or whatever, and then boom, now you have your 2 specs. Or if you want to PvP and PvE, now you have your 2 specs. You don't have to spend hundreds, if not thousands of gold respecking every week. You know? It's nice. And the instant mail between characters, like, I love that. I don't want to see that go away. Which I don't think they will. I think a lot of the stuff that is in Era currently, as a baseline, like any of the quality of life that is in Era currently, they're not necessarily going to take away. Obviously, Classic still has a ton of friction. I don't want them to get rid of a lot of that friction. But like the current LFD tools that we have in Era, it's good. It's fine. You still have to, you can't even like queue up into a group, right? Like if there's a group for like SM and it needs a DPS and you're a DPS, you can't even like click a button and be like apply to group. You have to message the person, right? You still have to run to the dungeon unless you're Warlock, then they can summon you, but still, in that case, 3 people would still need to run to the dungeon. You know, it's nice. Really? Really? It cut off my fucking playlist? Why? 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 I hate YouTube, dude. I fucking hate YouTube. Let's see if this cuts off the playlist too. No, it don't look like it. Okay. Blue playlist, sure. So, yeah. I do think Blizzard needs to take into account, like, community perception to an extent, but based off of that, like, the like Classic Plus Project website with the polling and everything, a lot of things are very divisive, right? Like, there's one, I can't remember what the actual question, but there's one that's like, I think it's server related, right? I think it's servers, right? So it's like SOD servers where they release a decent number, a small number, an option where it's 1 mega server PvE, 1 mega server PvP, and just heavy layering. One server where it's just one server period, but they add war mode to toggle PvP and PvE, right? And it's basically like kind of split around like 20 to 30% for each vote. So like, yeah, they're going to have to pick one. They need to make a decision on that front. But they're going to end up pissing off like a good 60 to 70% of people with whatever decision they make. Some people probably have like a preference, but are generally indifferent. Like, I will say I'm indifferent. I don't really want war mode specifically. I'm not going to throw a fit. Like, I'm not going to throw a fit if they do that, go that route. But personally, I don't want war mode. Personally, I want the like smaller cluster of servers. Like maybe like 2 of each or something, right? But if they do like one big mega server for both PvP and PvE, I'm okay with that too, right? Like that's fine. I don't care. I think layering is necessary evil. They're gonna have to do it regardless. So whatever. If we end up having a fucking game with like 20 layers, sure, whatever. At this point, people are used to it. It's fine. Obviously, not everybody likes layering and does have its issues, especially in hardcore. But yeah. So yeah. There's obviously the like obvious stuff of like new zones, new quests, fleshing out zones, stuff like that. Like I think even Blizzard knows that Classic Plus shouldn't be exclusively catering to the end game. It shouldn't be exclusively catering to 60. It needs to be the entire leveling experience. Like late 30s to early 40s, like between 35 to 45, there is a very distinct like lull in questing content. It definitely starts slowing down around there. And there's a lot they can do, right? Add like I think in Wrath they added a new hub in Swamp of Sorrows. It's a goblin hub. They could do that, or if not, maybe just a different hub in general. But I don't know if many people would complain about that. I think it fits well into the world. It works, sure, right? And it doesn't add like any convenience for its flight point, right? Like you don't even need to necessarily add said flight path if you don't want. Well, okay, that would kind of suck for Alliance if you don't. Yeah, that would actually kind of suck for Alliance. But I digress. At the end of that, they added a hub in Dustwallow and TBC and fleshed out the zone quite a bit. I don't know if people would really care about that, right? Because these are the kind of zones that people don't really like. Desolate, people don't really like Desolate either. I don't know what they can do with Desolate. I actually personally like it, but I don't know. Maybe expand upon the Centaur reps. Maybe do stuff with that. Like maybe once you get friendly, like you get like one quest chain, but maybe you get a few. Add a few like specific named NPCs for both reps that could be like really difficult to kill solo at level. So maybe one that necessarily grief levelers too much. I don't know. There's a lot they could do. On top of like adding new zones, obviously Hydro, but Hydro would be a late game thing. You'd go through you would get to it through Winter Spring, right? So it would be like a level 60 zone. That's fine. Or a raid, but I don't really want Hydro to be a raid. We already have Hydro's a raid in TBC, and everybody fucking hates it. Damn. That really pushed it. Okay. I guess I'll color the lines now. But you can add Gilneas, you can add Quel'Thalas, you can add Twilight Highlands, but not like Kata Twilight Highlands. If you look on the map, it's kind of just like a shoreline, but it is a dedicated zone, and they've done that before with Darkshore. There's nothing wrong with like weirdly shaped zones or smaller zones or anything. You could do a lot with it. It could still be quite dense. It doesn't necessarily need to be like Twilight Highlands, quote unquote. That wouldn't make sense for a shoreline, but you know, name it something else. But there's that area. There's the area of land between Dunmore and Stormwind, which is on the map. There's an area of land on Eastern Kingdoms that I think it's between Blasted Lands and Badlands or something. That's inaccessible as well. Yeah, there's just like a lot you can do. Oh shit. No, that looks bad. I almost think this is just good enough for the whole thing. Okay, not for the whole thing, but most of it. The metal needs a different color, though, I think. But it also has me like super excited. There are a lot of doomers in the WoW community, which is fair. There is reason to be doomer about WoW. I'll put it like that. So I think people who are kind of are pretty fair and justified in feeling that way. You know, I don't think it's unfair or unreasonable that should not be doomer, right? Personally, I don't actually have an issue with the WoW token being in Wrath. People buy gold anyway, so Blizzard just putting in an actual, like, quote unquote legal sanction way of doing it is like whatever, and it helps benefits people like me who are willing to actually grind gold, and I can buy one a bit, quote unquote, free game time. But I digress. That's a whole argument, whole discussion that I don't care to have. But you know, retail is not a bad game right now. It was for a while there, but as it stands, it's not a bad game right now. But retail is not classic. It's a completely different game, and that's good. That's a good thing. I'm okay with it being a completely different game because we have classic as an offering. People want to play classic, go play classic. People want to play retail, go play retail. That's cool. That's awesome. I love that. But there are some people who enjoy both. Yes, I want to say, but because of how far away retail differs from, like, dress away from classic, I understand that people wouldn't be confident in, say, the retail team tackling classic. The thing is, it wouldn't be. It would be a dedicated classic team. Like, not everything in SOD was a success. Obviously, like, Incursion, people fucking hated. But they experimented with a lot, and a lot of it was really cool. A lot of it was a success, I feel like. I didn't do it, but I heard that Twilight Enclave was really cool. I heard that the Heresy and Crypt dungeon was really cool, right? So, you know, this is genuine, brand new content, never before seen in Classic. And it ended up being pretty good. So, plus, I didn't play Tour a while. I don't really play private servers anymore. I used to, but not anymore. And even then, the private servers I played on were a bit different than what everybody else plays, so. Well, kinda. I know it's not, like, completely different, but. One of them was. That's whatever. My point is, Turtle WoW was extremely popular and people really liked it to the point of it being extremely obnoxious. It's like the fucking joke with like CrossFit or veganism, where it's like, how do you know somebody does CrossFit? Don't worry, they'll tell you, kind of deal. But like, it was damn near genuine with fucking Turtle WoW, right? Like, you couldn't go 2 seconds having a discussion about classic WoW without somebody coming in, oh, you should go play Turtle WoW instead. It's just obnoxious, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. But people did enjoy it. People did like it. There was merit to having it. And yeah, with that in mind, I don't think Blizzard will ever copy Turtle WoW 1-for-1. I don't think they'll ever do exactly what they did. And mind you, I'm saying this to somebody who doesn't know what they did. But they did cease and desist. They could probably hire on some of the people who worked on it to help with actual classic, even just as like an ideas thing. But they could see what they think works in it, and they can see what they think doesn't, and go from there, right? But I'm very excited. And when Classic Plus comes out, not if, when, I'll probably stream it. I have a hard time making WoW entertaining on stream, but like, I'll play it. Well, okay, I'm going to play it anyways. So it's the case where if I'm going to play it anyways, I might as well stream it, right? I can make that argument about hardcore right now, but hardcore is, my current hardcore experience is me just playing at my own pace, vibing, playing very, not casually, I play a lot, but I play a lot and I take the game seriously, but playing in a way that is really hard to make properly entertaining. Like, I could probably stream my dungeons, especially now that I'm getting higher level. I'm getting to dungeons that can kill me if I fuck up or the group fucks up. And that just makes content, baby. That's content, baby. All right, well, I'm basically in the overpaint stage now, right? Could call it there, but I don't want to. Yeah, hardcore's been a lot of fun, you know. I have been really enjoying it. So obviously this is my first time playing hardcore. It's not even my first time playing a rogue in classic. I leveled one up back in 2019. But I have a really bad habit of just getting like, I don't know if you call it a habit, but I end up getting really bored in the 40s. And after I get bored, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna kill my character and either go play something else or play something or play a new class. I've done it like 4 times. But one, I'm not gonna do that again. Why? There's no reason to kill as a character. I could just leave it. And 2, I'm not feeling that right now. I'm not feeling that whole thing of boredom at the 40s. Like, I'm at 43 and it's slowed down, It is certainly slowed down. But also partially because I'm slowing it down for myself. But I'm not having fun. I'm still enjoying it. Well, got dual spec, got my mount. Just vibing, having fun, doing my thing. Man, I'm tired. Yeah, I mean, I did stream that druid run of Dead Mines. I died on that druid. Makes me sad. That's why I started the rogue. I was playing druid, really enjoying the druid. Really enjoying cat. Died. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to go through the 1 through 20 druid experience again. Not yet. And I was really enjoying cat form. And I'm like, okay, well, cat form is basically just a worse rogue. So I'm going to go make a rogue and play that. I haven't played rogue in hardcore before. I played one before in general, but not in hardcore. So, yeah. Playing sub. I've kind of swapped to combat by now. But I was playing sub for a while. Sub is still strong. Having Widowmaker makes my ambush still really powerful. My issue is that if I get into a bad situation, having Adrenaline Rush and Blade Flurry can save me from that bad situation. Whereas in sub, at best I get double evasion, which is good, but not as good, I would argue. And I actually single target, I kill things a little bit faster in subtlety. For sure, I do. But every 2 minutes, I could pull 2 or 3 mobs, use Blade Flurry, and cleave them down. And my kill time on combat outside of that isn't even like that much slower. Right? And with sub, it's like, okay, I kill something. Let's say I like somehow one shot it with ambush. Less and less common right now as I keep getting higher in levels. But let's say I one shot something with ambush. I have to wait 5 seconds to enter stealth and do it again. Whereas with combat, it's like I go kill something and then I can, as long as I have enough health, I go pull the next thing right away. The only thing I need to wait on is energy, but most of my damage comes from autos anyway, so like who cares? Ba-na-na-na. 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 Yeah, and then fucking in dungeons, going into a boss, popping Blade Flurry, Adrenaline Rush, and a Thistle Tea, I do so much damage. I do so much fucking damage. Even single target, because Blade Flurry increases your attack speed, you do that. You go into a Sinister Strike, into a Slice and Dice, you pop Adrenaline Rush, and you just go fucking ham. Pop a Thistle Tea to get your energy back. Into an immediate, another immediate Sinister Strike or whatever. I'm an alchemist on my rogue as opposed to engineer because I wanted easy access to Swift Thistle and Fade Leaf. So the Fade Leaf actually hasn't mattered. I did a lot of pickpocketing and got like junk boxes or whatever, and those had a bunch of the reagent I needed for blind. So I haven't needed to really use a ton of Fade Leaf. I've only actually crafted with 2 of them. So, eh. Yeah, it's been fun. How's it looking? How's she looking? You look good. Mm. Like, this is the full canvas, so I don't know if you can see on the screen. Okay, you can. This is a full canvas for the one I'm on right now. I don't know if I'll make another drawing or not. We'll see. I'm trying to put a lot of effort into this one for now. But World Crack have been very fun. Really enjoy. I'm just some like bullshit leveling guild that I don't really care about, but it's fun to have some people to chat to a bit while leveling. Okay, I'm getting into that Kanzaki Hero part of my playlist in which I do like a lot of these songs. I do. Not in the mood to listen to them. Here we go, this one. Yeah, I'm just not in the middle of them. Really good. If I didn't like them, I would have been on my favorites at some point. But yeah. All right. Keep working. Oh yeah. I need to finish leveling my lockpicking on my. Well, I say finish. I need to go back to leveling my lockpicking on my rogue. My goal is to get it capped around like when I'm 45 before I go run like Mara and ZF, or not Mara, would have been in ZF, because those are around when I'll want to run those two. maybe a little bit higher for ZF. Maybe a little bit higher for ZF, but not that much higher. I think 45 is a perfectly fine level for that dungeon. Oh man. Hey, I'm looking forward to Classic Plus. I'm looking forward to League Plus too. So, not League Plus. League Plus, League Classic League. But that's different, right? It's not them like fundamentally changing the game or anything. It's just them bringing back an old version of the game to play for a bit. My guess is they're going to do it as a temporary game mode to last a few months. Last maybe 3 or 4 months or something. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter. I don't know. If it does well, if it succeeds, and it maintains a decent player count throughout the entire run, they will probably look into making it a more permanent feature or come back more regularly, sort of like how Arena is right now. I don't think Arena is technically permanent, but it is in a spot where it's played enough that people love it and it's sticking around. ARAM Mayhem, kind of a similar boat. ARAM Mayhem, I think, started as a temporary thing, but it received so much play and love that they are putting more effort into it and functionally making it permanent. So yeah, if Classic League takes off, they'll probably make it permanent or semi-permanent. Whereas if it doesn't, then failed experiment, right? Like I expected to get big numbers in that first like week or two. It's whether or not it can maintain those numbers is the issue. Oh, I don't have timestamp set up on my chat. I just noticed. Yeah. Huh. I guess. Yeah. Huh. Weird. I like having the timestamps. I don't know if my deck's like turn that off or what. But yeah, we kind of have to wait until September to really hear anything about Classic Plus unless Blizzard does a real funny. But I don't see them doing that. We have BlizzCon in September. So July, August, like 3 months ish. Which is like both good and bad because it's like, yeah, it's only 3 months away, but also like boo, it's only 3 months away. And then that's just for the like official announcement, right? Who knows when it's actually going to release? Hopefully sooner than later. They've been working on it for a while. If Blizzard wanted to be absolute chads, they would do either a shadow drop or shortly after BlizzCon. I can kind of see them not wanting to do it during BlizzCon, because the people that go to BlizzCon are like the diehard Blizzard fans. They would be pissed if they couldn't play Classic Plus the second they could, right? Excuse me. So I can kind of understand if they want to like do a shadow drop. Not for that. But if they make an announcement, it's like, oh yeah, guys, it's coming in like a week. Dude, people would be fucking hyped. Shadow drop's gonna be cool and can be fun, but it depends on the context. A long expected and anticipated MMO like WoW, World of Warcraft Classic Plus, I don't think that's a good idea to shadow drop. At least not at BlizzCon. So yeah, we'll see. I am excited. Lots of discussion around it right now. I'm playing hardcore because I've been in a wild mood and I was craving some WoW, get my fix, and obviously Classic Plus I'll just play like as is. Well, okay. So for Classic Plus, I'm gonna do a pseudo hardcore where I'm going to play like it's hardcore. I'm gonna try not to die like it's hardcore, but it's more so a case of seeing how far I can get before I die than it is a case of actually just starting over when I die. Even if they release hardcore servers for it on launch, which I don't think they will, but you never know. Even if they do that, I don't think I'll play on them. I think I'll just play on like the normal non-hardcore servers. Like, yeah, tomorrow I go out and make it the money. Hope I make it the good money. I hope I don't make a little bit. I hope I make a lot of the money. Man, I'll only ever make so much at any given time. There is going to be a limit. It kind of sucks this past week. I haven't had an opportunity at all because my aunt's been busy with church stuff. So yeah. Hopefully next week, like 1 or 2 nights, I can go out for like at least a couple of hours, right? If I can go out for even like a couple hours, go out like 7 or 8 until about 10. It's not a ton, but it can add up. Like a week and a half ago, I was out on a Tuesday for like 3 or 4 hours, and I made like 60 or like anywhere between $60 to $80, something like that. The last hour of that, I made 27. I was just 3 orders, so I could go for longer than 10 o'clock, but the issue is around here basically everything is closed by 10. A lot of places are closing up around 9, and pretty much everywhere is closed by 10 except for like a few convenience stores and drive-throughs. So past 10 o'clock, I would basically only really be getting Wawa orders and maybe like McDonald's drive-thru orders, which is fine. I guess I haven't gone out late enough to test. I haven't tested it basically, so I don't know how good it would be. I've never had to go through a drive-thru to accept a DoorDash order before, right? So I don't know how that is. Probably not that bad. You just go up and be like, "Hey, I have a DoorDash order for XYZ," and then go from there. Okay, coming along. I'm sad I wasn't able to get the car. It's fine, but yeah. The issue is I need to save up a decent amount of money for a down payment. Um, and I'm trying not to spend like frivolously. Um, the best of my ability. I'm trying to do what I can, but I still need to put gas in the car, and I still need to do other things, pay bills, certain bills. I didn't need to buy Bravely Default. I didn't technically need to resub to WoW, but I did, and those cost a bit of money. Um, Food is less of a concern now because I am now on SNAP benefits, and that is very helpful. Um, I can use that to get food, which is great. Promise my aunt I would help buy basics, the like essentials that everybody in the family uses: bread, milk, butter. I would say eggs. We get free eggs. Um, I'll help with that, and maybe some stuff for dinners. Though I can't tell her this, but I will say I'm only gonna help with dinners that I'm willing to eat. He makes like, I don't know, fish and rice or something. I'm not paying for that because I'm not gonna eat it. But if she makes like a lot of the pasta dishes she makes, or like ribs and mac and cheese, or a burger or something, sloppy Joe, like I don't mind. I'll pitch in. I'll help. But yeah, I don't want to pay for food that I'm not gonna eat, or food that I'm at least not partially not gonna eat. Right? Because obviously, if I get a dinner for the whole family, or help get dinner for the whole family, I'm not gonna eat the entire dinner all on my own for everybody. But if I don't get a portion out of the meal because I don't like it, because my picky ass don't want it, and I don't feel like I should pay for it, like one of the others. And does it look okay? don't know. I don't know. There's something rattling around in my left ear. In my left ear. Not my ear itself, but like my left headphone. God, I love this piece so much. I wish I could draw like this, man. I love this one too. It's so good. And this, of course, great as well. Yuri, really good. Oh, the beach. That's great. Okay, we merge everything down. One layer. Do this. Do a multiply. And then soft. Soft reds on the outside. Come on. I'm clicking the fucking thing because I want to see the. Thankfully, after adjusting some settings, this is a lot less frustrating than yesterday. Turns out when you're not fighting with your goddamn tools, it actually feels pretty good. Nah, that's too bright. I don't mind making it like really red, but if it's too bright, it doesn't work. What if I do that and then color? No. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Oh, that looks a little better. It's a bit more yeah. I mean, we're almost 3 hours. About 6 hours for this piece total because I worked on it like a little over 3 hours yesterday and then almost 3 hours today. Damn, I can't believe it's been almost 3 hours. It's crazy. I keep working on it a little bit, but it's coming up to the point where I'm like feeling like I'm finished. There's like not much more I think I can really do. I'll think about doing another one sometime later this week. Obviously tomorrow I probably can't because I need to go out and make it the money. And then 4th of July, I have the car for that weekend. At least one day that weekend. Also, this is my favorite song from Fury. Anyways, at least one day that weekend. One extra day than I would normally. So I need to take advantage of that and go make the money. So it won't be then, but sometime throughout the week, maybe. I also need to finish Zod's piece. It's closer to done than it isn't, but I don't know, man. Just not feeling it. But I can't drop it. It's so close to being done, relatively speaking. The random going store is going to lose their watch streak. Haha. That's a dick move to say. Sort of the only person even trying to maintain a watch streak and the only person to sub. I shouldn't be an asshole. I'm impressed though. Like I stream without a schedule and very inconsistent times. The fact that they've been able to catch my streams as much as they have, like that is impressive work, dude. That is good. And for all I know, Store could be here, just lurking. I don't know. I don't keep my viewer count up when I'm streaming. The only real indication I have is my chat activity, which what activity, right? But like doubtful. But I could have literally 100 people watching me right now, and I'd have no idea of knowing. I have no way of knowing. I don't check the numbers until after stream. The only time I check the numbers is like basically after stream and like right when I go to raid. And if I don't have anybody watching me when I go to raid, I won't. If I have like 2 or 3, I'll raid. Or if I'm raiding into a friend that I'm going to go watch anyways or something. I don't like doing one view raids if I can help it. It feels, I don't know, a little scummy. But I guess if it's a 1 view raid from somebody that, if I raid 1 view into somebody that I know, it feels a little bit less bad. And at the end of the day, a raid's a raid. Like, I'm not going to disparage anybody from raiding into me with 1 view. I don't care. I don't have a lot of people who raid into me, as is. I won't say nobody and never. Like, I really had raids. Yeah, I feel really awkward raiding into somebody new when I only have like 1 or 2. Especially if they have like a lot more than that, but people don't like me enough to stick or like it's natural that people will drop um before like a raid with a raid going out. Like that's natural. Not everybody sticks around for the raid. Some do, some don't. I try to for the most part. I'm the kind of person who will stick around for the raid, and then unless it's like somebody I know, really, I will more than likely leave stream right away. Or if they're not doing something I have any interest in, right? You know, if I'm watching somebody play League of Legends and they raid into another streamer that's playing Dark Souls, sure, I'll probably stick around for a little bit because I like Dark Souls. But I'm watching somebody play League of Legends and they raid into somebody playing like Apex, I'm just going. I'm just going to dip. I don't like Apex. I don't care for Apex. That's just one example, right? That's not even like everything. I care about who I'm watching, but I also care about like what I'm watching almost as much. I want to watch somebody I enjoy play something I'm interested in. You know, that's what it boils down to. I unfortunately am not the kind of person who will watch a streamer no matter what they do. Right? I'm not that kind of guy. Now I'm not going to demand other people make content catered exclusively to me. That's not fair. Who am I to dictate that? But like, I don't like horror, so for the most part, I won't watch horror streams. I don't like Overwatch, so for the most part, I'm not going to watch Overwatch streams. Pretty much any FPS, really. Apex, COD, Grand Theft Auto. I know that's not FPS, but just another example. You know, but it's like somebody's playing Hades, sign me up. Somebody's playing Dark Souls, sign me up. Somebody's playing League or WoW, sign me up. Like, it just depends. I'd have to like really like a person to watch a stream of theirs. If they're doing something I have zero interest in. Now, there's some people that they will, you know, stream something that I have zero interest in, but I'll show up for a little bit and kind of do the work just to at least boost their numbers and keep my watch streak going. But I probably wouldn't stick around and like actually like be a super active participant for those streams. I'm just really fickle. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. I'm willing to have I'm fairly open minded, willing to give things a chance. But once I get form an opinion, I don't know. I won't say I'm like impossible to convince otherwise, but yeah. My opinion does change over time. Like I used to fucking adore Final Fantasy 14. Nowadays, the love's kind of faded. I'm hoping Endwalker, or not Endwalker, Evercold can rekindle some of that love. But Endwalker, moving into Dawn Trail, kind of killed that love. Endwalker launch was amazing. Fucking loved Endwalker launch. But the more I played it, the less I enjoyed. I didn't care about the post-patch story pretty much at all. And I didn't really care for the class design. And Dawn Trail, the class design isn't any better. Dawn Trail launch, didn't get really MSQ. The fights were fun, but the actual classes, not really. So, you know, I am cautiously optimistic about Evolved Mode. I'll put it like that. I am relatively excited for it. I am. I want to see more. I'm not going to preemptively like harshly judge it because like yeah, we've seen a bit, but we've only seen 4 classes out of the like 20 the fucking game has or some shit. And even then, it's like they're still subject to change. Like Square themselves have even told us that they're subject to change. I miss Stormblood era classes. I am definitely biased. Stormblood was basically when I started the game. Everybody loves their first expansion, you know? I'm definitely biased. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not. I 100% am. But I do think, even without factoring in my bias, I still think the classes in Stormblood were, for the most part, better than where they are now. Some of the changes Shadowbringers were a little disappointing, but you kind of just cope. It's not that big of a deal. God, I only ever have to rewrite my signature once a year. So I'm not used to writing it. Because what I'll do is I'll write it once at the start of the year, write a new date, and then just copy and paste it from piece to piece after. So it's the exact same. And I'll just move it and resize it. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the sig can be a little big. It doesn't need to be like super tiny. Is it done? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, genuinely. Is this done? The sword leaves a little to be desired, but it's at the point now where I can't reasonably mess with it. It's fine. I think if this was a full clip studio drawing, I would be able to manipulate it a little bit so it looks a little better. But as it stands, it's too much work for basically no goddamn gain. Nobody cares. I'm the only person who would care. So I think there's still some more work I can do. Yeah. I do the streamer thing though. It's like, I watch based off of interests, really. Somebody streams something I enjoy and I'll watch. Somebody doesn't, then I probably won't. It's not necessarily personal, right? I have a good friend who does ASMR. She's really passionate about ASMR. She loves doing it. I hate ASMR, so I don't engage with that content. I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, you should stop making ASMR because I don't like it. No, like, she likes it, cool, good for her. But I can't stand it personally. But instead of bitching about the fact that I can't stand it and yelling at people like, why do you like it? I don't like it. I just move on and just don't engage with it. And like, don't get me wrong, I've told her before that I don't like ASMR, right? So she doesn't expect me to watch. Yes, fine, I guess. And even despite how tired I am, I couldn't go to bed right now even if I wanted to because I'm out until like 10:30 at night or some shit. 10:30, 11. I don't get home until like 11 on days that I do go out and DoorDash. You know, closer to like 10:30 to 11 when I get home. And it's like not even 10 o'clock right now. If I were to go to bed right now and say somehow sleep 8 hours, then that kind of resets my sleep schedule to a schedule that doesn't help me. Not majorly, at least. Not in any significant way. Man, there's so much to talk that I could theoretically and potentially talk with my therapist about that I don't think a single 45-minute session once a week is necessarily enough. The meds are helping. I'll say that. Meds are helping. As long as I remember to take them, which I generally do. But if I accidentally forget to take them, I can I don't feel any different. I'll say that. I don't physically feel any different when I'm on them versus when I'm not. But mentally, yeah, shit is not amazing when I forget to take them. Where have I going? Oh, it hit the 3 hour mark. Yippee. Yippee hooray. Oh well. I mean, like I said, I'll do this until it's finished. I'm in that weird spot where I don't know if I should finish it or if I should keep working it. I don't know if I'm like just overworking it at this point. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm overworking it, but I think I'm getting close to the point where I could be where I could consider that point. Because it really sucks overworking a piece. Maybe do like an added glow in the eyes so they pop a bit more. Oh, this doesn't have that glow. Off light, maybe? All right, well, kinda. I mean, I don't dislike that. Sure. Merge it down. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it. I think it's done. I don't want to overwork it. And there's only so much I personally can reasonably do on Magma. A lot of my technique a lot of my style relies on technique, and a lot of my technique relies on the tools that I use, and I don't have the same tools in Magma. I can get I don't know, maybe 70% of the way there, but not 100%. My art in Magma, I don't think is terrible. But it's not 100% either. All right, I'm just gonna mute that for a minute while I do something. I always click that. I don't mean to click that. I always click that though. Sure. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. Whatever. Yeah, I want to be raid. Yippee. All right. Well, I don't know when I'll stream next. I don't know what I'm streaming next. I'll be back when I be back. Nobody's here anyways. Just me. Anyways, peace. Wait. Shit. Okay.